fun.
Okay, well, someone who was not at the Oscars last night was Harvey Weinstein.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. Weinstein is currently on trial for sexual assault, and he is being defended by a lawyer named Donna Rotunno. And Rotunno found herself in the center of controversy this week for comments she made on a New York Times podcast. When asked if she herself had ever been sexually assaulted, Rotunno said, quote, "I have not because I would never put myself in that position. I've always made choices from college age on where I never drank too much. I never went home with someone that I didn't know, and I just never put myself in any vulnerable circumstances
I hope
ever."
that she has good insurance, because it's a long fall from that high horse.
Right? So what do you think of these remarks?
It's just interesting when I hear stuff like this, because it assumes that anyone who's been in this situation did so because of negligence,
you
know, or ignorance, etc. And I know that there's been many times where, like, you think you're with someone who's trustworthy, or you think you're in an environment that's safe, and it is not the case. So for her to say this, I feel like it's the type of lies that people tell themselves, and she clearly has to lie to herself every day to represent this reprehensible man.
Exactly.
And by the way, ain't nothing wrong with him with this walker.
Right? Right, yo.
I'm with Plies. I'm with
to watch.
Plies was like, ain't nothing wrong with you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with you.
You're not wrong about that. First of all, 41% of women that are assaulted are with somebody that they know. So just start there, okay?
Yes.
That is
But the
true.
reason why this is so dangerous that she said this is because this narrative suggests that women, the victims, are at fault, not the criminal. And then when you think about rape or assault cases, every time they tell you, what was she wearing? What time of the day was it? Was she consuming alcohol? Which then puts a culture of fear out there that you can't have a drink, that you can't go out to an audition, that you can't go grocery shopping
because then that gives someone permission to do something wrong.
It really frustrated me when I heard this. Listen, Linda, when it comes to auditions, when it comes to what you wear, when it comes to how many drinks you have, auditions do not rape you. What you wear does not rape you.
Correct.
Going out for a job does not rape you. Male violence is not our fault. Stop blaming the victim. It's so bad.
I also felt like how ignorant it is to think, like that was like literally the dumbest thing I'd ever heard, of somebody being like, oh yes, because anyone with a sane mind walks somewhere and goes, today I can't wait to be sexually assaulted.
Right.
As if that's the plan. No one goes into that thinking that. With that being said, I have to be realistic. My mom recently told me something. We were talking about how people growing up used to go jogging in Central Park. I'm from New York City, and that was a thing. And how a woman should absolutely at 5 a.m. be allowed to walk through Central Park, run through there, do what she got to do in the morning without fear of anything. But sadly, that is not the reality of the world that we live in. There are sick people out there. So yes, would I encourage my child to use wisdom in where she goes and what she does? Absolutely. But if something happens to her, that is not her fault.
Right.
There is a difference. Use wisdom. You know, if somebody's telling you, oh, 3 there's also this other stigma that I can't stand that people have about women. And I think it's so important that in all of this Me Too, that we use our voices and that we change the culture and the stigma, that women are dumb, that we are just there helpless.
That we don't have agency.
And that we walk into situations and if someone's telling us to do something to them, we're just like, I was scared, so I did it.